Good morning to you, Lagos, Nigeria. Once again, for those who have not, who didn't join us before now, if you're just joining us, the good morning is for you. Welcome to Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. But I am Sheriff Quadry, and you're welcome to the show. Today, I had planned to talk about the finance 5% tax and everything, but that conversation is no more as big as it was when I was planning this conversation last week. Plus, I also think that there are other stories that we can talk about. I had planned to bring Mr. Taiwo on the show today. Yeah, but I think we moved past that conversation now. So this morning, we may decide to do open mic. Look, you could call me and talk about any other thing. But I particularly want us to talk about something very vital. And I came up with this conversation yesterday, right? And it's about our identity as a people. It's about who we are. Do we have enough to go on when we say we are a people? Are we a people? Or are we peoples? And I'm referring to us as Nigerians. Are we a people or are we just peoples? Have we been pretending to be, if you want to say we are a people? Is that a pretentious statement? Because part of the splinters of that conversation came up earlier this morning, and it's probably one of the biggest stories in Lagos today, and that is the story of Obi of Lagos. That's just a fragment of that conversation, because the conversation runs so deep when we ask ourselves that question. We could break it down into so many parts. First is our culture, our language, our tradition, our religion. Then tolerance for ourselves is also part of it. Let me begin this way. You're welcome to the show. Daily Digest this morning is going to be very philosophical in a way, because I'd like for us to understand what we want to talk about before you call me up and want to share your thoughts, because I can see calls here already. Now, this is what I mean. If you look at Nigeria of the past, maybe Nigeria of the recent past, you could see that at that point at one point in this recent past, things started to change. But before things started to change, we were a people, so to speak. It's possible that, it just means that seeing it that way, because look, I'm still a young guy, right? It's possible that we've never been a people. It's very possible, very likely. And if you share that point of view, I'd like for you to call me later and talk about it. But this is what I mean. Nigerians have been marrying Nigerians from other tribes since God knows when. And there's never been a problem with it. At least never been a visible problem with it. Hausa people married Yoruba people, both male and female. The same thing for Igbo people, Yoruba people, Igbo people, Yoruba people, South people, Yoruba people. Children that they had then are now grandfathers today, with links to. We are so interconnected. You may not get the real picture of what I'm saying if you haven't experienced it. If maybe your family or you don't know who had experienced it, but I can tell you that the rate at which Nigerians have intermarried is so huge that one way or the other, some people don't even know their village anymore because they've married into another tribe, so they've had to go into another tribe. Some can't even speak their local languages anymore because they've married into another tribe. Their children can't. They don't know their mother's village, they don't know their father's village. That's how deeply we have connected. Now, how strong is that bond today? Today, this present Nigeria, how strong is that? Is that bond still strong? Do we still have that kind of bond? Because despite all these intermarriages and intertribal marriages and everything, I can still tell you that there are still people who had never allowed their children to intermarry. Still from these ages that I just referred to. They never allowed it. Their great-great-father, their forebears, they never allowed intertribal marriages. And, for their own reasons. Yes, of course. That's on the one hand. On the other hand, like I said, we can break this into many parts, is our culture. Our tradition. You see, one thing we don't usually get right is the fact that culture and religion, they are one and the same. They're different things, but they're still one and the same. Because the cultures, the religions, the main religions that we practice today, we have cultures of these people embedded in them. And these are the religions that we sing to the high heavens, we praise to the high heavens, not knowing that. Well, maybe we know, we just don't care that you have foreign cultures embedded in these religions that we're practicing. I'm talking about Islam and Christianity. Oh, yes, of course. They have their cultures embedded in them. Now, guess what we've done with our own culture vis-a-vis our religion? We've abandoned them. We've called our own culture, our own religion evil. Well, they've taught us to call them evil. But guess what? The ones that we have embraced, if only we could know the origin of these religions and these cultures, the atrocities of these religions and these cultures. Yes, they have evolved, but who told you that our cultures, our religions cannot evolve as well? But did we give it a chance to evolve? No, we did not. We demonized our own culture. We have decided to be new people, borrowed strangers' culture, but still we have refused to make it completely our own. We are still struggling. We kill, we maim, we destroy. We hate ourselves in the name of somebody else's culture and religion. What haven't we done to ourselves in the name of religion? What haven't we? Now, what is more evil in what we're doing to ourselves in the name of religion and what our own culture and religion can do for us? Now, I'm not saying that you should drop. For the record, I think if you've been listening to me before now, you know I'm a Muslim. I'm a practicing Muslim, if I may underline that word. So I'm not saying that you should hate your religion or you drop your culture or you... No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just trying to let us have a conversation as to who we are. Who are we? Do we have an identity as a people? Are we a people? Let me not take much of your time, because I mean, you could bring your own part. I've broken this part into two. You could bring. I've talked about religion and culture. Talked about. You can take your own part from language area. You take it from anywhere you want to take it. But bottom line is, we need to look for answers and find answers if we still have an identity. Because the way it's going, a Nigerian who doesn't know how to speak good English, good grammar, we make jest of them. Foreign language, your oppressor's language. We make fun of our own people who couldn't speak good. I mean, that's our yardstick of someone who's probably educated. That's how he started. Oh well, maybe one of the ways that we started getting it wrong. O 0201 277 0993. It's 0201 277 0993. Female only line is 0201 465 7190. That's our female only line. For those in the diaspora who'd like to chime in, I mean, look, you're most welcome. I'd love to hear from you. You can call the WhatsApp number. Definitely, yes, you can call the WhatsApp number. Those that cannot call the WhatsApp number are those that are here in Nigeria. They can only send messages to the WhatsApp number. Shall we begin? Yes, we shall. Let me activate the WhatsApp so you can call in. Yes, it's activated. You can call now. And please, we're going to restrict our contribution. I'm not going to give you time, but once I see that you're repeating your point, then you got to go. Good morning to you. Please turn off your radio, please.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Good morning. My name is Akinwande. I'm calling from Mushin.
Welcome.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go on.
What I really understand about your thoughts is that we don't really understand. We've abandoned our culture. We are faking it now. Like we are faking what we are doing presently now. We've abandoned our whole true indigenous. We are trying to be someone else. That's what I really understand about what you're trying to do.
So what do you think about it?
My own thoughts to what is that let's take a look at China now. They are speaking their real language. They teach in their local language. So it's easy to understand in your local language. Just assuming they are teaching us mathematics in Yoruba in school. Just let's take a look at that.
Okay.
Assuming they are teaching me mathematics in Yoruba. I'm a Yoruba guy now. And they are teaching me mathematics. How do you expect me to understand it? I understand it perfectly. So we are faking it. We are not truly who we are. That's what I can see.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for calling me. I appreciate it. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Oga Sharif.
Good morning.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
Welcome, Pastor Ladipo.
Calling from Oga Sharif, we must first of all look at the impact of the colonial masters on us. Aside that, you are talking about intermarriages and all of that. I believe that in this case, one of the things that can restore our dignity back is to begin to have what I call respect and honor for each other as against any where our political interest lies. We should place value on humanity above religion. Because if you look at it today, in some religion, is to the extreme. I've seen, even in my own religion, the Christianity, I've seen Christians who take religion to the extreme, that they even cut off from their immediate family. Why? Because they've been indoctrinated. So, for me, we should see humanity above all. That is when I can see Mr. Sharif as my own dear brother. I see, let me quickly say this in one sentence. I traveled outside this country. I ran into a very big problem. My passport and my return ticket was seized. So I called Nigeria, and the pastor gave me another pastor's number over there.
Okay. And
the day when the man came to rescue me, the man wanted to speak English. And I noticed that his name sounds Yoruba, Sunday. I just said, Daddy, am I worried? He has never met me in life. He has never seen me before. I just said, Daddy, am I worried? Mama Soyoku. Am I worried? He just shouted, my brother. This is a man who has never seen me. He has never known me.
How did that make you feel? How did that make you feel at that moment?
See, at that moment, I feel relieved because I was in a serious trouble. Sir, that man rescued me, took me to his house. I stayed in that country for 1 full year.
Wow.
1 full month.
1 month.
1 month. Took care of. He has never met me from Adam. So By the time we begin to have this understanding that, look, let's take ourselves as human beings first, before religion, before our tribe, before our culture, before our anything, humanity first. That will help us to get better.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pastor Ladipo. Very important contribution. Very, very important contribution there. Let's take this call, I think, from the UK. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Sheriff.
Yes,
this is from Manchester.
From Manchester, okay.
I heard your analysis, though, honestly, spot on. But I just want to look at it from just one angle. Our culture, very good culture, which we abandon, we threw away to embrace the Western culture. Now, look at the Western world. They have systems. Even though they have their own culture, they have system that is making, those society to run very well. Now, we don't have system. We still embrace foreign culture. Now, let's take corruption, for instance. Do you know that if actually we embrace our culture, we will not be where we are? Because our culture, you cannot steal people's money and, just go softly like that. Because even before you take the position, and our people, they respond those words. They will be in phobia because that once you deviated, from what you saw, if you are caught up with it, you will just go for it. It doesn't even stop for you. It might not stop for you. It might go down to your lineage. So our people, they know what they do now. Because all this corruption that we have here and there wouldn't have been possible if only we embrace our culture. You swore to Amadura, you swore to Ugu, and you want to drive. You'll be put to the heart. That's not my contribution.
All right. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for calling. Appreciate it. It's 9:20 from our studio. The caller is quite spot on in the area of swearing to. But you see, what the foreign religions, what the foreign cultures have done is to call that same Ogun, to call that same Shango, to call that same Amadioa evil. Yes. 9:21. I think I can take some. We're streaming on Facebook and also on YouTube, and I can see very robust engagement going on YouTube already. I'm trying to get to Facebook to see what how Nigerians are reacting to this conversation on Facebook. Look, you can join the engagement. Let me take this one here. Oyeleri Abiodun says, I intentionally come over to YouTube because of this deep matter that you bring this morning. My brother, I feel sense of belonging the day I visited J. Randu Center for Yoruba Culture and History for the first time. Now, let me stop there. He sent other messages, but let me stop there. This is a free publicity for that center if you have not visited it. As a Yoruba person, even as a Nigerian, try. Just look for one day or weekend and visit the Jerandu Center for Yoruba Culture. First off, I love the technology. I particularly, but what's on display at that center is something that everyone should be proud of. And I'd prefer every culture, has that sort of facility, at least to preserve something, because the way we're going to forget who we are. We'll completely forget who we are the way we are going. Everything will just vaporize in our very before like this. Everything would will not know anything again about who we are. So Abiodun continued and said, I felt so different ever since that day and looked for how I can know more about my roots. He said he felt so different since that day. And right now he is on the hunt for, knowing his roots. And he says, Babami, we're going nowhere without going back to our roots. Thank you, Abiodun, for your comment. There are other comments there. There are other people who have contributed to what he said as well. But we're going to And I can see your calls. So please bear with me because I have to take comments as well. That's why I'm trying to take as many comments as possible. Okay? All right. Yeah. I need to go off on a break. Let me take this one before we go. It says religion had done so much damage to us because of civilization. We threw away our religions and culture to adopt Western civilization, but now civilized, we no civilized culture and tradition almost lost. I would personally abandon Western religion now to search for who I am. That's Olubode from Ikorodu who dropped that. Olubode, thank you for sharing your thoughts. I have another one here, but I think I would hold on this one. Let me go to break and come back. When we return, we'll talk some more. It's Daily Digest with Jimi Disu here on Nigeria Info 99.3.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your child's development and growth today and tomorrow. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Ever wonder why Mamado oil makes some meals just unforgettable?
That's stew you made last week. I have been thinking about it every day.
Or why your taste buds can't forget Victoria's crunchy chicken.
Bestie, please tell me you made fried chicken today.
Or even why your children always want to play in Auntie Kemi's house.
Mommy, can we go to Auntie Kemi's house?
When it comes to delicious tasting meals, it's Mamador. Mamador oil is available in stores near you and also available in pocket-friendly sizes. Use Mamador oil today.
One day now, one day. What no go rest day. Say you still fit go on holiday. Make you know they complain. Retire in grand style. Make it worth your while. Choose a partner that won't stress you out. Let's shape your future. Access ARM is working for you. Access ARM is investing for you. To live a life that you dream for you. We don't go for your hand.
Let's help you shape the future you deserve. Access ARM Pensions. Future shaping.
Hey, yeah, now Rabi, with Orabi, my teeth strong, my mouth is fresh, he clean well, oh, now Orabi, strong teeth Orabi, fresh bread Orabi, 24/7 with Orabi, strong teeth Orabi.
Give on our teeth 24 hours protection. Use Orabi today. Na Nigerian Dental Association. Tanda Gidigba with Orabi.
Omo, you dey find where you fit bet sharply and cash out anytime.
iLotBet dey here. From iLotBet. Football. With power.
Now sharp.
Odds with a boss brain. 100 million casino jackpot. Choke. Omo, your life fit change with iLotBet. Bonus boku when you sign up. And iLotBet iBot AI dey to help you for predictions matter 247.
No dolo.
Sharply download the iLotBet app now or visit www.ilotbet.com. If you snooze, you lose. I play, I win. iLotBet. For 18 years and above, play responsibly.
Okay, sandwich, fruit, and water. The new 33cl Nestle Pure Life Premium Drinking Water. Handy size for my little ones. No more half-finished bottles coming back home. The new 33cl bottle. Big enough to refresh, small enough to finish. And thanks to our trusted 13-step quality process, every drop is refreshingly safe. Nestle Pure Life Premium Drinking Water. Source of hydration you can trust.
Let me just you guys. So, Judith visited me a few weeks ago and brought foodstuff. While unpacking, she pulled out John Vent's 3-in-1 chocolate and started hyping it. Creamy, tasty, and more. I just smiled and nodded, not taking her seriously. Fast forward 2 weeks, I'm calling her, asking where she bought it because I need more for my family.
Once you've had a taste of instant goodness, there is no going back. John Vent's 3-in-1 chocolates. Enjoy instant goodness.
In the cooking game, you need a winning game plan. I'm not just talking about your fresh ingredients, utensils, or cooking skills. I'm talking about your choice of seasoning. My game plan is incomplete without Maggi chicken flavor. Made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric, it's my game changer. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
Okay, let's do some value jet math. Take one dependable airline with a reputation for reliability. Add 2 exciting West African destinations, Accra and Banjul. Multiply by countless cultural experiences and breathtaking views. Divide by the consistent service ValueJet is known for. And what's your answer? The right formula for your next trip.
ValueJet connects you to West Africa with new routes to Accra and Banjul. Whether it's a business trip, bagging a degree, or a dream vacation, ValueJet will take you there. Book your journey on www.flyvaluejet.com.
ValueJet. Wings for everyone.
Malta Guinness is now 600 Naira. Now you get the same refreshing, nourishing, rich premium Malta Guinness for just 600 Naira. Available at stores near you. Malta Guinness. Here for every kind of view.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Yes.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! See as you just dey cash out steady. Abeg, come so for your body now. Make I fit do better thing like you.
My guy, na better no drop update oh. Hey, just refer your party them and both of una go get 1,000 naira free bet each.
Just like that?
Yes so.
Oh yeah oh, share your code with your people make una start dey win. Better no. The game don start oh. You no go fit play if you never reach 18. Play responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
It's my dollar day. Hallelujah, it's my dollar day. Oh yeah.
Oh yes, your Naira card is now like dollars in your pockets, as you can now shop directly on stores like Amazon, eBay, Macy's, and many more in the USA, all with your Naira card. And here's the bigger news. With African Import-Export Solutions, you can now shop anywhere in the USA completely tax-free. That means you save thousands shopping your favorite items like the latest phones, gadgets, electronics, fashion items, auto parts, and lots more. To learn how to save thousands and get your items delivered to you in just 3 to 5 business days, visit www.africanies.com or call 0700 800 7000 today. African Import-Export Solutions, making global shopping simple for Nigerians.
This is what goodness tastes like. Golden caramel, creamy buttermint, and rich coffee. There's a Cadbury candy for every moment.
Cadbury Caramel, Cadbury Coffee, Cadbury Buttermint. Sweet, smooth, and full of flavor. Whether you're chilling at home or on the move, there's a Cadbury candy for every mood.
There's a Cadbury candy for every moment.
The conversations you hear on Nigeria Info.
United Nations, Atiku Obi, and of course, a senator from Borno State, Senator Alim Dume, all are outraged over the killings that happened over the weekend in Borno State.
Both you and Nigeria African nation who all of them are jokers because all of them know the problem of this country. They know how it starts. All of them are involved.
These people, of course, Nigeria, I don't think they have the interest of Nigeria at heart. As far as they are concerned, Nigeria is a business enterprise, and they are only interested in milking the country.
The Lagos APC has denied claims that it's actually attacked ADC members in Alimosho.
Even if you're not pointing fingers to the APC, the police should swing in to find out who did this, right?
Conversation never stops. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to Daily Digest with Jimi Disu here on Nigeria Info. I'm Sheriff Quadry. We're streaming live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube this morning. You can drop me a comment on those two platforms, and I will come take them. In the meantime, I need to go back to the telephone lines and take more calls that are coming in. Right, all my lines are buzzing off the hook. Yeah, all my lines are buzzing. So let's start. Let's not waste time. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Sheriff.
Good morning.
My name is Deborah. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Welcome.
So because today is also an open mic Thursday, so I would like to talk on the program Mr. Jimi Disu held with Bolu Sefe some weeks ago concerning freelancing job. I have sent him several messages on social media for the link, but I'm yet to receive any response from him. I'm an NC holder, a teacher, but currently I'm not teaching, so I would like to join the community and become a member.
Okay, all right. There's nothing I can do on that, but if Uncle Jimmy is listening, perhaps he will check his. You sent him a DM, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he will probably check it and forward it to Bolu then. Let's hope that he checks if he's listening, or I can prompt him to do that. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. I will prompt him to do that. Okay. Thanks for calling me. Let me take this Skype call from the UK. Good morning to you. No, not
Sherry
Skype.
Baba.
WhatsApp, rather. WhatsApp call. Alpha Uche. Alpha.
How you doing?
I'm good.
How you doing, my brother?
Good. Good
Good to hear your voice one more time.
Mm.
Sheriff, this issue that you're talking about is quite interesting and very important. Sheriff, let me start by saying, first of all, that let's stop deceiving ourselves. We're not a people. That's just the first thing I would like us to understand. And I wish we had more time to talk about this because it's very, very germane.
It is.
We are not a people, Sheriff.
Have we ever not been a people, or we started not being a people at some point?
Good question. We have never not been a people in the real sense of the word when it comes to being together.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of late, these politicians have made things even worse. Sheriff, let's be critical and let's think critically. Look at the South. Look at the North. Is there anything that brings us together? The language is different. The cultures are different. The kind of food we take are different. Our orientation and perspective about life are different. Now again, let's also come down to the South. Let's look at the Southwest. Let's look at the Southeast. Are we together? The languages are different. The cultures are different. The orientation are different. Now, one man woke up one day and said, okay, all these people, I'm going to group you people together and call you one name, Nigeria, for my own benefit and for the benefit of what I represent. Many years ago. Now, we have been under that umbrella, and over time, it is clear to you and I, Sheriff, that it is not working, and it is not ever going to work. Sheriff, you talk about intermarriage. Nigerians marry Jamaicans here. Nigerians marry Zimbabweans here. Nigerians marry Europeans here. Does that make them a people? It doesn't. Intermarrying people does not make you a people. It doesn't give you a common identity. You can marry from Pluto or Mars or wherever. That's not the point. The point is that we are not a people, and we will never be. Unfortunately, this set of politicians have made it glaring to everybody to see now. To your tent, O Israel. So, Sheriff, the next question should be, what do we do? Sheriff, have you ever closed your eyes and imagined for one day that, imagine if Arewa was a separate entity. They have their culture to themselves. They do things the way they want to do.
Right.
They don't have anybody interfering with their style.
Mm-hmm.
And then imagine if the Southwest was like that and the Southeast is like that. And then we can do businesses, as neighbors, visit each other. And then we know that, look, I'm not coming. If that was the case, this issue of having one to be in Lagos or whatever would not arise. It wouldn't arise. And then we can live separately, happily ever after, and do business. It doesn't have to be by fight or violence. For goodness sake, at what point are we going to learn? We are not a people. We will never be. Somebody just came one day and said, let's group these people together so that it will make our business easier for us. And we haven't learned from that over time. It's shameful, though. It's really shameful. Unfortunately,
is it that we can't? Is it that we can't learn? Is it that we are incapable of thinking for ourselves by ourselves?
Sheriff, another good question. Sometimes when I hear that Nigerians are one of the most intelligent people in the world, sometimes I agree. But then again, critical thinking tells me, oh no, that may not necessarily be the case. Because if we, as Nigerians, as intelligent as we are supposed to be, millions of us, we get manipulated by a few people. We do their bidding. We can't think for ourselves and say, look, this is not the right thing to do. A man is suffering, going through pain, under the leadership of somebody who he calls his brother. And he believes that I will continue to support that my brother as long as he's just my brother. I don't care whether I'm suffering or not. Does that show that you are intelligent? Does that show that you are smart? So for me, Sheriff, look, I will tell you this, and I've always maintained it, and I will say it again. I do not believe that we have any business being together. We can go our separate ways happily, without violence, and do business together. I can come from Owerri and spend, a few weeks in Lagos or Ondo. I can come from Umuahia and go to Kano and spend a few. But let's be, independent of ourselves. That's the way to go. For goodness sake, we can't do it this way we are doing it. That's just the truth. Sheriff, I wish you and I would be alive 50 years from now. We will still be talking about the same thing if Nigeria is still the way it is. Because it is not working and it will not work.
Thank you, Uche. Thank you.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning to you too. Thanks for calling me. Okay. It's very hot in the studio this morning, eh? Let's take this call. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Sherry.
Good morning.
Mrs. Oboli. The conversation you're having this morning, Mr. Sherif, is quite a timely one. But I kind of disagree that we are not a people. For me, anyway, I feel we are a people. We are supposed to be a people. But these days, we started living as peoples. Why, you would ask me? Mr. Sherif, growing up, I learned that there is uniqueness in our diversity. Why or how did we find ourselves together? So somebody named us. Somebody brought us together. But have we not been living peaceably among these ethnic lines before this negativity and seed of discord that has been sown amongst us recently? So if these people decide to sow this seed of discord, must we now thrive and run with it? The answer is no. I also differ with the opinion that religion is responsible for what we have as a people. No. It is those who are practicing it negatively that have decided to use the tool of religion for selfish interests. And because we have a single few or a mighty persons that are doing these things, do we now decide to now also, so does that mean you and I are practicing the same thing? The answer is no. So if there is diversity in us and our unity lies in that diversity, why are we fanning the embers of this domesticated slavery, this separation? Why are we fanning those embers? When you are incapacitated on making a choice about something, that is another form of slavery. Our leaders are dividing us along ethnic and religious ties and bias. Do we now continue to have to stoke and fan these embers of hatred? The answer is no, but what are we doing? I think we should start thinking of how to break this jinx and realize that this division and artificial barriers we put across ourselves due to our short-sightedness is the bane of our brotherhood as a people. An Igbo man wants to marry a Yoruba woman, and you hear you want to pollute the bloodline. Pollute which bloodline? Love cuts across borders. The person that helps you in the north, do you know the person? The person that shows up for you in the south, are you aware who the person is? The answer is no. I go to the same market my Igbo brothers or Hausa brothers go to, my Yoruba brothers go to. When we get there, do we ask ourselves if we are Igbo, Hausa, or Yoruba? The answer is no. And then we allow political divide us further by fanning these embers. Who are we deceiving? Ourselves. The change you seek or the change you desire should start with you as a person. That your brother is bad, your sister is behaving negatively. Does it mean that I, as somebody, I don't see unity in my brother? The answer is still no. So I differ wholeheartedly with the opinion that we are not supposed to be a people. The things are falling apart so much that the center cannot hold because we allow these tricksters thrive on our naivety and we capitalize on it and we continue to run with it. I still refer that we can be a people if we desire, because being a people cut across tribe, ethnicity, and every other religious bias you can think of. Religion is not bad in its actual sense of the word, but the people that wield the tool negatively are the bad people there. Root them out and see what happens between you and your brother and your sister. God bless you, Mr. Sherry.
God bless you too. God bless you too. Great conversation, man. Where is the remote of this AC? You know what? Let's go join the conversation on Twitter. No, wait. I will come back to telephone. And I will come and take the WhatsApp calls as well. But let's go join the conversation on YouTube for a moment. The engagement on YouTube is quite hot. Blair says, Sheriff, I thought that our generation, the millennials and the Gen Zs, would be different from our parents. But honestly, we can't give what we don't have. Our parents raised us to shun parts of our culture. I was born in Kano and I would have been fluent in Hausa by now, but I was made to understand that my mother didn't want me to learn it. Imagine being multilingual. I blame our parents partially. Then I have someone who responded to what Bless says. That says I think that's Shodia, and Shodia says that's more reason our politicians fear the likes of Ogun during their swearing in, as Ogun don't. Okay, that's not a response. I saw a response. Okay, that's Funshaw. Funshaw says I learned Hausa in Lagos and I was able to speak to a certain extent. So when I moved to the north, I became very fluent, and that helped me, a lot to understand Nigeria better. Okay. Interesting thought here. It's 9:46. Let's take this call from the UK. Let's see. Oh, that call from the UK has dropped actually, so we can't pick it. I'm gonna go to WhatsApp very quickly before that call returns. I have this message from Merchant. My merchant man says, the who we are question wouldn't have arisen if we jettisoned the social, cultural, ethno-religious values imparted on us through colonialism. We related better as neighbors until we are forcefully fused to live in imaginary unity that benefits only the few who were custodians of holding the value of those who created the country. That's the merchant man who echoed that thought. I'm going to take another call right now from the mail line. Let's do that. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning.
Malik speaking.
Welcome, Malik.
Sheriff, let me go to another route.
Okay.
The media are the people that are breaking us. Ask me why.
Why?
Sheriff, in the 80s, Radio Nigeria were speaking pidgin English and were more united in the 80s to 90s. In the millennium, they started speaking for on radio station. Everybody started forming, not to understand their language. That's not division. Sheriff. Hello?
I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you.
It's not part of the division. The media are part of the people that made us to be the way we are. Because the media that was supposed to put us in that straight line is helping us to spray another people's language. But what Uche is saying, in a way he's right, in a way he's wrong. Where he is wrong, where you say he's right, you put it into the United Kingdom, the Irish, the Scottish, and the Wales people.
Yes, the United Kingdom. Ways. Yes.
You understand me? They call it the United Kingdom, but as an England, they are divided. Irish and Scottish are not the same thing. You understand me? But in America, which we try to copy, Miami,
Mexico and call them. They're not Americans. If you look at it, forget that American enhanced to become American. They're not Americans. Don't they act as one? For example, now, if they give you a green card now in America, you behave like an American, you support the government. Even though you're from a Yoruba man, as long as you have that blue passport in your hand, a big green passport in your hand, so not green, and Nigeria is green, we'll need United. You understand me? The blue passport, you act as an American. Because the government in that country makes sure everybody is one. Rwanda, for example, was not to exit tribe across.
Hello, Malik.
Hello?
Yes, go on,
Sorry,
Malik.
hello?
Go on.
Rwanda was not to exit this religion that causes crisis, two tribes that causes crisis in Rwanda. Can you go there and say you are twisted of Wusti now? Because the government did not want that to happen. So the media and the government are the one put us in this mess. If you like marry 10 wives from different tribes, you will see get wala for your house. Good morning.
Morning to you too, Malik. Thanks for calling me. Wow. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is let me jump on a few messages. I'm gonna quickly take a few messages very quickly on this issue of who we are or whom we are. The saddest aspect of it is language, which is one of the basic elements of our culture that has been thrown away by some of us. I'm an Igala man from Anambra State. I'm always proud to speak my Igala dialect, but some others pretend not to even know the language, not to talk about speaking it. And you are discriminated against, just as English remains the only known lingua franca. However, only total and sincere restructuring of Nigeria remains imperative now to save us from apocalypse in this said country, because we are simply pretending, suffering, and smiling. That's all we've been doing. Take it or leave it. I think it's the same person that always say take it or leave it. Steve from Ogba, take it or leave it. Thank you for your contribution. Appreciate your contribution, really. The question is, who are a people? Humans are always different people. Even in the United States, there are different entities. However, the common sense or the common goal, we want to build something. Nobody even, what's this off at us? Maybe you're using, This sense overcame all other grievances. I think it only shows how intolerant we are. Probably this is what even brings us together as a people. I think this is a pointless and lazy discussion. Good morning. And he said, this is the kind of conversation the politician would love to hear. Okay. That's this person's point of view. He says, this is a lazy discussion, Jerry. Let's not be having this one. You are making some people happy, e.g. the politician. Oh, okay. Let's go take some comments. Let's go take some more comments, rather. Let's go take some more comments. This time, let's go back to YouTube. We have quite a number of them. Victor Jimmy Adeife on YouTube says, speaking of culture, an example is what our children watch on TV. They accept the Western superheroes like Thor, like Storm, but do not know our own Shango and Oya. Our roots are being infiltrated. As Victor Jimmy Adeife. Now, to speak on this one, okay, I don't have time because I wanted to say that even if you watch the superhero movies of the Western, of Hollywood right now, you will begin to see that they've started incorporating our own gods in their movies. I mean, the first time I saw that in the Hollywood flick, I was like, what? Maybe we cannot tell our own story. Maybe we have abandoned our own culture. They have started showing our own gods in their movie. And guess what? They did not change the names. They still call them Oshun, Oya in their own movies. But here, we barely watch our own movies or even allow our children to watch our traditional movies. Because in our minds, they are promoting evil, idolatry, idol worshipping. Okay. We have to go. It's a conversation that we may never get to the bottom of, because we may never agree on a lot of things. Perhaps it's part of the social engineering that we've suffered for decades as a people. Perhaps that is why we may never agree on this sort of conversations. That's why we may never come to a final conclusion as to the common front that we want to forge as a people, in quote. But we will not stop having it regardless. It's something that we need to keep having. And I would implore us to at least have an open mind towards this sort of conversations. Even if it's not going to change anything, have an open mind. Have the conversation anyways. Yeah, let's start from there. I can't take any more calls. I'm really sorry. I'm out of time right now. I need to leave the studio for Stretch to come in and do What's Up Lagos. Thank you for keeping me company since 5 a.m. But I'll be back on your radio again tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Let's do this again. I'm Sheriff Quadry. Have yourself a fantastic day ahead. Until tomorrow. Bye for now.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Stay fresh, stay dry with Nivea Dry. No bad smell, it dey protect from sweat and it dey last well.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria